Financial analysis becomes a critical factor when prioritizing forest land management activities. In their practices, forest land owners, big and small, are bound to balance the economics of profits and sustainability. The Forest Resource Analysis System software is designed to simplify the profile of your everyday resource management goals, viewing it through a long-term profitability lens of your multiple-use operations on the land. Explore this YouTube channel to learn more about how FRASS can help you achieve your long-term goals on your forest lands. Forest lands, with their intrinsic aesthetic appeal, are exploited as timberlands with the goal of extracting profit from their management. Sustainability of the resource management goals relies on the use of advanced data analysis tools in the constant quest for the optimality of the findings. It also calls for better ways in defining what constitutes true optimality as reliably supported by advances in technology and human brainware. FRASS was created to offer this new approach. Its architectural design allows assembly of multiple layers of various data expressions as merged into a concisely unified financial management optimization profile. Through multiplicity of secure mathematical calculations, applied to a range of interdependent variables, it visually displays all possible harvest timing options to analyze financial returns on investments made. The platform's advantage is expressed by its reliance on the already formulated and actualized user's data. The FRASS platform functions via immediate communications between its three major data chambers. GIS formulates spatial and temporal expressions of timber stand boundaries with riparian zones, topography, and road networks, as well as soil types. Inclusion of endangered and sensitive species habitats allows to identify any potential constraints in management activities. Maps are shaped as resource databases. Through biometrics, viewed as temporal GIS component, tree growth is tracked based on individual tree species response to a site index, precipitation, aspect, elevation, and competition with species-specific characteristics. To formulate merchandised timber volume from each timber stand through discrete timber harvest events. These timber volume evaluations extend beyond a single rotation, extending to the next one on each timber stand, and then again for more rotations into the future. Through Econometrics, it screens the data against analytics of the current market to actualize the merchandised log value on each stand, the findings expressed through multiple harvest timing events. In a similar fashion, it develops associated cost profiles for all potential harvest events. Thus, a financially optimal solution is calculated for every parcel, one timber stand at a time. This is FRASS in a contextual nutshell. But there is more to it to be discussed later. The Forest Resource Analysis System software platform, or FRASS, is accessible through the Software as a Service interface with the data securely packaged and the results delivered to you for the highest and best use. It takes a team to operate the FRASS platform, starting from data entrance to its everyday operational management. We are talking about the action team as a cadre of professionals in your organization to guide discrete segments in providing current data and analyses to secure the path in your financial optimization efforts on your specific tenure. Forest resource managers serve as the core of this team, applying silvicultural guidance, species selection, density, and other management basics. Chief Financial Officer may be a member of the board of directors, one of your team members, or the leader of your organization to analyze opportunity costs of production and the cost of capital in determining options with the highest return on investment. Geospatial analysis team in charge of digital records to translate spatial data parameters into the reality of opportunities and constraints for land management scenario. Biometricians provide a critical temporal profile for tree growth indices based on species, location, density, and silvicultural activities. The merchandised timber volume evaluations calculated from each harvest and formulated in the platform's database records start with the current timber stand's status, then are projected annually for 10 years. Then, every 5 years, into 200-year arrays. All data are delivered in concert with considerations for wildlife habitat, wildfire risks, and other structurally significant limitations. Econometrics places these data into temporal alignment with cost and revenue timing considerations to match the microeconomic realities of your organization with the bigger picture of macroeconomic forces of the regional and world markets. Pricing parameters are set in unison with dates of future timber harvests, matching biometric prognoses of merchandise timber volumes articulated by discrete timber sorts and grades. Added cost profiles for requisite road building, maintenance, access fees, personnel planning are blended to create cost and revenue forces into timescales consistent with forest land management, decades ahead. Via FRASS, the action team members generate multifaceted data combinations to serve a range of end users. Mathematical formula allows these data to be articulated as income capitalization estimates of asset profitability. Financial optimization can be truly accomplished as temporally extended into beyond one rotation management planning. It allows one to see the bigger picture in the management planning scenario when the view of the optimization goal is temporally extended into decades ahead. It can be achieved when the data application process is viewed in the intensity of their combined value, each stratum of the data layer viewed and analyzed against another data stratum and all combinations of their interdependencies, revealing many strata of newly acquired meanings. Temporal data stratification is the basic structural principle used in the FRASS database architecture, which creates the digital environment most conducive for data to serve their ultimate function and purpose, to intercept the golden snitch of optimality in order to preserve sustainability of both biological resource and financial gain, or in other words, to establish a true balance in the management operations repertoire. This optimality is designed to be accomplished on a considerably higher level of accuracy, when the approach to it extends beyond a single cycle of harvest timing on one current and growing timber rotation, as harvested and replanted, to the next rotation as harvested and replanted, and to all rotations into perpetuity as grown and harvested. This is where a long-term optimization in financial profitability can be found. The FRASS platform uses a protocol of sequential quadratic programming to filter big data from the forest management effort to combine it with commodity market realities of the macroeconomy that drives ultimate demand for timber products, along with microeconomic forces determining such costs as labor, trucking, logging, and taxation. Sequential quadratic programming creates financial return pathways as discounted to present-day values for each timber stand rotation from the current to the next, and all future rotations into perpetuity. The current rotation's decision to harvest is hard linked to the planting of the next rotation and its harvest, then that rotation's harvest and planting for each next rotation into perpetuity. Rotation 2 cannot start until rotation 1 is completed. Financial optimization must be considered in concert of the entire series. Each possible harvest date combination is compared in the net present value terms to discover the highest return on investment of the series, thus establishing the highest and best use of value for timber production. Within the FRASS platform, the Real Price Appreciation Forecast Tool is housed to make commodity and cost forecasts for each marketing area. The RPA Forecast Tool is a significant advancement of Forest Econometrics. I introduced it in 2010, making it part of the FRASS platform. It places all marketplace values in current economic terms, updated every time a user enters the platform. Guiding economic data are accumulated in real time to integrate macroeconomic data, market prices, and user settings to generate meaningful results. By design, the RPA Forecast Tool places price forecasts into operational planning time horizons and creates a reserve price forecast, such that when current prices are above the blue line prediction, decisions to sell the commodity are favorable. When prices are below the forecast tool's prediction, decisions to delay harvest, anticipating short-term price appreciation, are favored. In FRASS, you see them in real time, making current decisions to harvest or hold clear. The same analyses are applied to strategic and tactical plans, providing market-driven guidance of future price trends, integrating RPA Forecast Tool predictions with the guiding rate of near-term and long-term inflation rates. These forecasts are placed in light of multiple grades of timber from each species group and cross-species comparisons. The FRASS platform delivers significant integration of resource analysis tools to all forest land management organizations by using state-of-the-art technical analysis techniques. These types of analysis tools were once only available to the largest organizations, with hundreds of people dedicated to creating their forecasts. Today, tools like GIS and biometric analysis are available to most medium and large organizations, but not necessarily utilized to their fullest extent. The RPA Forecast Tool has been applied to log market areas since 2010, delivering monthly forecasts of prices and costs available to managers in real time, blended with econometric realities. The FRASS platform combines these tools and analysis techniques into one holistic platform where user data is sequestered, protected, and made available to authorized users through any internet-connected device. Landowners can migrate their data into the FRASS dedicated server platform, or purchase the FRASS platform for installation on their own server interface. Contact us to make your step into financial optimization of your timberland resource. Now's the time to prepare your investment lands for financial optimization.